How's it going, people? Simon Slabber here, and this is the medium task set for the Morytanias. So let's get it going. So, level requirements: you need 45 woodcutting, 2900, 22 herb lore, 33 magic, 45 slayer, 53 farming, and 55 mining. If you're following this guide, I recommend 29 cooking, as I'll be making Greenman's ales. You can make others, which require almost no level at all. So, a quest you need to have completed: a Ghost Ahoy, Shades of Morden, in Aid of the Marek, Fairy Tale Part 2, Darkness of Hallerville, and Haunted Mine. Items you need: you will need in 20k coins, 1 Ectophial, 5 Ecto tokens, Ghost Spigami, Empty Pot, a Vial of Water, 5 Harlanders if you're following the Greenman Ale mode, Red Spider Eggs, Garlic, Silver Dust, Hatchet of any kind, Pickaxe of any kind, Dreamer Staff if you haven't done Fairy Tale 3, Telegrab Runes, 1 Steel Bar, 1 Rope, 1 Small Fishing Net, 2 Buckets of Water, 2 barley malts, Ammo Mold, a few Pyre Logs, a few Shade Remains, and your Crystal Key Mine. Also, if you didn't use Serum 208 on the General Store guy in Morton, you'll need some Serum 207. So to start this off, you just need to charter a ship to Port Phas. This can be from any port. I'm at Catherby, and as soon as you jump off the boat when it arrives, task complete. So next in the list of our things to do is use our Ectophial. And again, task complete. So now we need 5 Ecto tokens. I actually forgot to get mine, so I'll be getting mine now. Very easy way to do it if you also haven't got Ecto tokens is literally just west of the Ectophial itself, or the Ectofungus, is the farm. Just kill 1 chicken, pick up his bones, and go get some Ectofungus, make it into bone meal, and that's it. That's 5 tokens. So I'll skip ahead. I assume you know how to do it, and I'll be back with 5 tokens. So here we go. Got my 5 Ecto tokens. As soon as you've got yours, you want to head into Port Phas. And we're going in towards the pub. Inside the pub, you want to go down to the trapdoor, just behind the bar. And in here will be an NPC called Materialis. Talk to him and ask him for Ale Yeast. You'll ask for 5 Ecto tokens for it, and you'll put it in your empty pot. And that is another task complete. So if, like me, and you had to go get 5 Ecto tokens, your buckets of water, I did empty mine so I can get some more slime. Easy way to refill it is literally run out just by the cannabis farm, and there's a water thing right next to it. That's the closest watering point from Port Phas. So as soon as you've got your water, head back down into the pub. And it's time to get our ale on the go. So first thing you want to do is use your buckets of water on the massive thing in the center. Next you want to use your barley malt. The water should change colour. Then you want to add your ingredients for whatever you're making. So for example, Greenman's Ale in this case is 4 Harlanders. Cider, which I think is the lowest one, is 16 cooking apples. And finally you want to add your ale yeast. And as soon as you've done that, you'll get another task complete. Now you want to head upstairs and exit Port Phas to the west. Make sure you exit the west, as that's actually a task. And as soon as you step through, another task complete. So the next one, if you head just south of the water in front of you, and as soon as there's a split, head west, and right in front of you there should be a hollow tree. Right where there. You need to cut there until you get one hollow log. And as soon as you cut it, you'll get another task complete. From here, head directly west. And eventually you should come across the werewolf agility course, where if you've just watched the easy task or just done them, is where you play the little football game. Skullball or whatever it was called. As soon as you see the werewolf agility course, you need to head just south as you pass it, and you'll see the hunter icon on the minimap, and this is where we now need to catch our swamp lizard. I'll apologise beforehand if you were following this and you had exactly the same imagery as me, as I was lucky and this guy here actually lent me a small net for a bit. So big up to Homunculo. So all you need to do is have your rope and small fishing net in your inventory, use it on one of the trees here, and eventually one of the swamp lizards will jump into it. I don't recommend using this right hand side one. So once you finally caught it, take it down and you'll have another task complete. In just a second, I'm going to hand this net back to him. Thanks again. So as soon as you've done that, it's time to make our Guthix potion. So what you need to do is use your Harlander on your vial of water. Then you want to use your red spider's egg on the unfinished potion, which will make a restore pot. Then you want to use garlic on the restore pot, and that'll turn into a Guthix unfinished. And we'll finish it in just a second, don't worry. It's time to use your Ectophial, and we're going back to Port Phas. And we're going to make one Cannonball, as that's a task. So, easy enough. I'm assuming everyone's got ammo molds and all of that in their tool belt by now. So just head on over to the furnace, use your steel bar, and make some cannonballs. You only need to make one set, and as soon as you do, task complete. So now it's time to head to the bank, and we're going to finish off this Guthix potion. So get a silver bar. I did recommend silver dust, so you can skip this little section and just add the silver dust to it. But if, like me, and you didn't get your dust beforehand, all you've got to do is head to the bone crusher and use a silver bar on it. So just use the silver dust on the unfinished potion and you'll make a Guthix pot. And as soon as you do, quest complete. So next on the list, you want to head to Edgeville. And this time we'll be going through the fairy rings to do another few tasks. Alternatively, you could have just run into the Haunted Woods and jumped in that one, but with the lodestones, it didn't really make much difference. More easier, convenient this way. So as soon as you're here, jump in the fairy ring just outside the GE. So now we want to head to Cannonball, which is CKS. And we'll now plant our Bittercap Mushrooms. Hopefully you've planted yours beforehand, otherwise this will take quite a while. And a lot of people have been complaining about diseases, so keep an eye on it. So as soon as you've planted it, head back into the fairy ring. And again, use the fairy ring. And this time go to ALQ, which should be the Haunted Woods. And there should be another task complete. So as soon as you've done that, go back into the fairy ring again, and this time go back to CKS, over to Cannonball. And now it's time to head on over to the bank. But just before we go to the bank, pop into the pub. And now we're going to telegrab the brain off the table. Pickled brain. Like that. And that's another task complete. So next we want to head behind the pub towards the trapdoor. You want to jump down there and head south and just walk through the wall. And as soon as you do that, another task complete. So head on back up towards Cannonball. So back through the wall and up the trapdoor. And it's now time to head to the bank as we need to collect some more stuff. Oh, but before that... Nope, never mind, back to the bank. We do need more stuff. So, for the items for this, you need your pyre logs and shade remains. I've got 3 of each, and I'm using the highest level ones. It does depend on your fire making level, which ones you can use. You will also need some equipment for temple tracking, running the medium route, and I recommend bringing along your crystal mine key, your 20k coins, and if you didn't already, then serum 207. I'll give you fair warning now, I did not bring out my crystal mining key on video at this point, but later on I will magically have it in my inventory as I reach the mine. So you've got fair warning. So as soon as you've got all of that, we now need to head to the Cannonball Slayer Tower. And we have to kill something on the 2nd floor. To Americans, I think that's the 1st floor. Either way, we need to go upstairs 1 floor. You only need 45 Slayer for this, and I'm pretty sure it's for Infernal Mages. So you can just stab Infernal Mages, but as I've got higher Slayer and it's more convenient for me, I'm going to stab a Bloodveld in the face, as it's closer to the agility shortcut. So all you have to do is come in and kill one monster on this floor. It can be any monster as far as I know. I'm assuming everyone knows what they need for temple tracking, but if you don't, then you'll be wanting a Snelm helm, a druid pouch preferably, and some kind of silver weapon. You'll also need food and possibly some prayer pots. Although, as I'm lazy, I'm not bringing any prayer pots. But as soon as you kill your mob in the Slayer Tower, you'll get another task complete. As soon as you've done that, head back down, and we're now going to start our temple tracking run. So, to start the temple tracking run, you just head just outside of Patadermis Temple. I highly recommend taking along a medium follower at this point, as it will save you a bit of time. So on video now, I'm picking easy. I recommend you take medium, as you need to take a medium follower and follow the medium path for the task, which I'll end up doing later. But I'd recommend you do it now, as it'll save you a bit of time. But, as always, head through the medium task this time, the medium pathway. If you've never done this skeleton one before, the idea is you track and protect from melee, gather them all up, and then run in towards the center. Try to gather as many as possible around the sides, and explode them by clicking on the coffin. You've only got 2 charges with the coffin, so try to get them all with just the 2, save you some time. This one here, all you need to do is cut this little tree hanging over the side until you get 3 vines, put them together, make a rope, use it on the overhanging tree and climb over. So as you can see, it doesn't take all that long. So now that we're down in Morden, first thing we want to do is burn our shade remains, as we need to get a key. You can kill the shades just by here and only use lower level pyre logs. You will maybe need to kill a few, as the chance of a key is kind of random. But as soon as you burn one, that's another task complete. Although I'm not sure if that's part of the medium or hard, to be honest. Myself personally, I'm using fire or fear remains with magic pyre logs. I'm pretty sure this requires 80 fire making. So if you've got 80, you can do the same thing. But just finish them all off. So as you see, you do actually get quite a chunk of prayer XP, although it's not really an affordable way to level prayer. Next on our list of things to do is go to the general store, which is right in the centre of Morden. And if you use Serum 208, you won't need to use any serum on him. If you didn't use Serum 208 on him when you've done the quest, you'll need to use Serum 207. So just check his ways, and that's another task complete, and then go to his general store, and we now need to buy a Flamtaer Hammer. Make sure you buy it. So, hammer in hand, we now need to head northeast towards the Shade of Morden minigame. And all you have to do is just repair the wall once. And as soon as you do, you'll have task complete. So, next on the list of things to do is head into the Shade Catacombs with our new keys that we just got from burning shades. The entrance to the Shade Catacombs is slightly northwest of the general store. Got a bit lost there. So, as I said, just northwest of the general store. More north than anything. And it'll look like a giant rock. Just climb in there. Depending on what you've just burnt, you'll get different kinds of keys. You can get gold, silver, steel, and bronze, and I think maybe black. And all of them will have different handle colours. The ones I can remember off the top of my head is crimson, red, and brown. There may be more though. As you're running through here, if you're low level, I highly recommend Protect from Melee, as there are some fairly high level shades and they can do some damage. So the idea is, it's split into different sections for different things. So this bottom area, the far southern side, is the black keys. These ones here are the steel, and the ones right next to you as soon as you enter are bronze. I myself have got silver keys, so all you need to do is head down towards the south, where you see that really thin corridor, and we need to head to the western side, as that's where the silver key boxes are. So as soon as you find your area of what kind of key you got, you then want to examine the boxes, and that'll tell you what kind of colour the actual box itself is, and then use your key on it. As soon as you do that, you'll have another task complete. In case you've never done this before, you can actually get some decent rewards. Although not many people actually do it, because you do have to make the pile logs, which means doing the Shades and Warden minigame, which can get quite annoying. But worth keeping in mind nonetheless. So as you can see, I just got a hard clue, fine cloth, and an addy poison spear. So all in all, could be worse. So the next thing to do is head on over to the Haunted Mine. And I'll show you how to get there just as soon as I exit this place. So, as you can see, there's only 3 tasks left to do now, and the next on the list is the Haunted Mine. So together, head west over the little bridge, and follow the pathway south, and you'll see on the southern side a little opening in the bush. You can just walk down there, and that's how you get to the Haunted Mine. If you haven't got your crystal key on you, I'm sorry, crystal mine key I should say, I'm sorry, but I won't be making a guide for that a little bit, as it's part of the Haunted Mine quest, and there's plenty of guides or wikis you can actually look at online. So hopefully with your crystal mine key in hand, you want to head past this little priest, past the hole in the floor, and to this little doorway here. Together you have to climb over this little minecart, and then you can walk past the second one and crawl into the cart tunnel. So as I warned you before, the crystal key suddenly pops up in my inventory. I did give you fair warning. As soon as you enter, you want to head straight west, and there should be a ladder right in front of you. You want to climb down there, and as soon as you're in here, head towards the northeastern side, and you want to go through the doors leading to the northwest. So these doors right by here. You cannot open these doors unless you have the crystal mine key. And right here we now need to mine some mithril ore. So unlike most other places, these are in veins. I am using a bronze pick from my tool belt, which kind of sucks ass, so I decided to kill these to get an iron. But just mine a myth ore, and as soon as you do, you should have task complete. Like that. So the last thing left for me to do, and you should also already have this done if you took my advice earlier, is to do a medium temple tracking run with a medium follower. So it's time to do it from Bird of Rot up to Cannabis, the Bird of Rot ramble. So a quick little way, if you have the agility level for the shortcut, is literally jump across the mine outside the haunted mine, and there should be a fence almost directly east of it that you can cross over to get into Bird of Rot. Nice and simple. So to start the Bird of Rot ramble, you need to have completed Darkness at Hallerville, which hopefully you've already done. And just check the signpost right by here next to the monk/priest. Not that signpost, this one here. And pick a medium follower. Even if you've done it earlier, you may as well do it this time, as we need to get up there anyway for our mushrooms. So, same as before, medium follower, choose the medium path, and always choose the medium path. So this one, although I mentioned it in the easy walkthrough, the easy tasks, all you have to do is use your food on them, and as soon as you turn back to normal, move on to the next one, until they're all done, and then continue on. Again, medium path. And this time I got shades. Luckily the person I've brought with me does have druid pouches and will cast it for me. But same as always, just wipe everything out and you can continue your trek. So this is the reason why you need your Snelm Helm, as these will take pretty much no damage at all unless you've got it. And I highly recommend Protect from range, as they hit fairly consistently but only low damage. If you've got Soul Split and you're a high level, then just Soul Split, you should be perfectly fine. This one, all you have to do is cut down 3 trees to get 3 logs, and with 3 logs in your inventory, and I'm assuming your tool belt with tools within them, just use it on the bridge and walk across, and as soon as you've done that, you should be on the other side, which in turn should net you task complete. Now the only thing left for the medium tasks is to check our mushrooms, which as you can see are nowhere near ready. So, in that case, I will be back within a couple of seconds, although a couple of hours would have passed, and hopefully these will be grown. Yay! So there we go. There's our mushrooms grown, and as soon as you pick one, it instantly says all your medium tasks are now complete. And we now need to go and talk to Robin in Port Phas to pick up our Morytania legs too. So, now it's time to head to the bank, pick up your Morytania legs 1 and pick up your Ectophial, and we'll head on over. Wherever I put it, there it is. So if you don't know where Robin is, he's actually inside the pub in Port Phas. So just head inside the pub, and he'll be wandering around here somewhere. So talk to Robin about the task system, and after talking, he'll eventually give you Morytania legs 2, and if you finish this before, I think it's the 11th of April, you'll be part of the early bird bonus, which I'm pretty sure gives you a 15k XP lamp. So very, very nice. So a little thing about this, the Morytania legs 2 themselves will give you the ability to make cannonballs twice as fast in Port Phas. You can teleport to the slime pit 5 times a day, which is underneath the Ectophial, which is on screen now. Rasmia will give you noted planks, which will either be 30 normal planks, 20 oak, or 10 teak. Your mushroom patch and cannabis will no longer be diseased. Robin will give you 13 bone meal and slime in exchange for 13 bones daily. And the haunted monsters and tools in the abandoned mine will no longer attack you, on top of all the benefits of the Morytania legs 1. So stat wise, they give you an attack bonus of 6 range, -5 to magic. Defense wise, they give you 8 to slash and stab, 10 to crush, 4 to mage, 10 to range, 10 to summoning. So all in all, not bad. So for the hard and elite tasks, they'll be done hopefully on the weekend, as I'll be doing Branches of Darkmire ready for Friday. So I hope you all look forward to it, as Branches of Darkmire are needed for both the hard tasks and the elite tasks. So yeah, that's about it. That's the easy and medium tasks ready for you to complete so you can get your early bird bonus. And I'll finish off the rest in the weekend. So until then, I will catch you all later. Hope you all enjoyed. Leave us a like if you liked it or it helped. Other than that, later.